It's the Miscellaneous Podcast.
4 years have passed.
You enter my realm. I watched with pride as you grew into a weapon.
Your hosts, Paulie
You talk like that to your mother on Mother's Day?
and Josh,
May the 4th be with you.
Always.
with a title that says it all.
Why we fight is to ask why the leaves fall.
Drink, Hellstream.
Let's get to it.
A terrible darkness has returned.
Hi, Josh. How you doing today?
Survey says fantastic.
Hi, Rich. How you doing today?
Wonderful.
Oh, we gotta do this, right? May the 4th be with you.
And also with you.
I was kind of figuring out, what do people do for May the 4th? Like, I know some people do a couple parties here and there that I know of. They do a little costume dress up. But I was kind of curious, what does the nation, what does the world do for the celebration of May the 4th?
Do they invade parks and go LARPing?
I don't know. That wasn't on the list. Obviously, the first one would be the Star Wars movie marathon. Other things I would bring to those movie marathons is food. The essential part of any holiday. You whip up a galactic smorgasbord of Star Wars-themed recipes. Toast the saga with Star Wars-themed blue milk like Aunt Beru used to make. That's kind of funny.
Delicious.
Feel the Force with Star Wars crafts. Learn how to make your very own Death Star plan notebook. It's kind of cool.
But wait, like making your own Death Star notebook, isn't that like just like going to Walmart and getting a notebook?
I guess drawing the Death Star, maybe a sticker.
There's like a little label maker. It says Death Star notebook.
Of course, tattoos are a big thing today. You want to get your Rebel insignia, you want to get your, what's the Death Star people's one? Whatever it is, you can get it today. It's the best day to get it done in.
The Alliance and the Rebels.
The Rebels and the Alliance is the same thing.
What's the Empire symbol?
Symbolism.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what it looks like, but they have their own symbol.
Do you have to pay dues?
Yep, it's a union.
I passed then. Never mind.
Here's another one. You could donate toys. Do you have any Star Wars toys you don't need anymore? Donate them and make the May the 4th really memorable for a child in need.
Go out and do lightsaber battles.
Ooh, yeah, that's not on the list. This list sucks.
Yeah, this list is like, do you have any Star Wars toys that you don't want that are worth a bunch of money? Donate them so that some kid who doesn't know what they are will get them.
I loved my garage sale Star Wars toys because you can burn them and make it look like there's more destruction to them because they're the throwaway toys, you know? And you keep your ones that you got for Christmas that your parents got for you still in the box, put it up on the shelf, ogle it.
You don't even breathe on it. You just kind of don't even look directly at it. Just know that it's there.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got for May the 4th. What do you guys do? What do you guys like to do?
I'm in the middle. Said I was watching Phantom Menace right now.
Oh, so you're in the movie marathon.
Yeah, hopefully culminating in going to the midnight show to watch Guardians.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
Okay, so we can move on to the next topic.
Is it only the three of us here today?
Yeah.
Where's Rudder at?
I don't know. Show must go on.
Come on, Johns. You got the big gauge. I'd rather piss glass.
Yeah.
Mother's Day is coming up.
Kids suck.
So, happy Mother's Day to any of you guys who have mothers and mothers of mothers. The mother thing, you know?
Dear Mama, you all appreciate it.
Mother's Day, good.
What are you getting your mother for Mother's Day?
I'm getting her a bouquet of flowers and maybe a card.
Very generic. You're still a step ahead of me. I don't know yet. Mother's Day. Should you get something for your wife for Mother's Day? She's not your mother. Should you still buy her something?
Yeah, that's a good question. My dad did give my mom, like, flowers, took her out to dinner, got her a card for Mother's Day. And he made us...
So the exact same stuff that you're doing for your mother now.
Yeah. Hey, you know, lead by example, right? No, and then my dad was like, okay, you guys make your own... He wanted us to make our own cards.
Pretty much every year I find myself getting a card for my wife and getting a card for her from the kids. So I'm doing their gift for them.
I don't have any kids, so no card for my wife.
Yeah, but you guys have, like, dogs and rats and ferrets and shit like that.
Okay, I'm not going to make a card and give it to my wife with like a paw print on it. No.
Aw, that'd be so adorable, though.
No, kill yourself. No.
No, you should totally do it and tell her, I have no idea how he did this.
My God, that dog is smart. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And
Thank you for giving birth to us.
Thank you, mother.
A boy's best friend is his mother.
Okay.
Electronic mail.
It's a mail bag. Viewer mail and got
So I can erase the hell out of it, because I don't care.
mail call. Mail.
This listener, she emailed me, or he, I have no idea, and stated that they wanted to know if we got into fights when we were younger, how many can we talk about some of them? Rich?
oh, okay. You mean like fights with you and me, or just like fights that you or I have gotten into?
Well, you and I both have never, like, in the same room, I don't think we've ever, like, helped out in fighting something, did we? No. I never got myself into a beer brawl fight and you came in to help me, or vice versa. But separately, I think we've done our handful shares of fights.
Yeah, I've gotten into a couple of fights at bars, but not a lot, like maybe 2 or 3.
What about you, Rich?
Not full-on fights. I've gotten into some arguments, but it never really culminated in anything.
See, that's the good thing about you two. You two are big fucking 7-foot tree farm fucks. So it's easier for people to, like, stand down. But when you're me, people don't back down when I'm like, I'm gonna fuck you up. And they're like, yeah, whatever.
You seem very punchable to other people, I guess.
Your face is just so inviting.
Don't hit the face, it's the moneymaker. I got into a lot of fights when I was in grade school because I hated bullies. When I see somebody get bullied, I just pretty much just fucking sucker punch the bully and then get myself into way too deep, because you guys know I'm short now, but picture me like 3 or 4 feet shorter than this when I was in grade school. I mean, I was the shortest in the class.
Isn't that like negative footage at this point?
I'm not a hobbit.
If he's 4 feet shorter than he is now, isn't that like negative 1.5 feet? I got into more fights in like middle school and high school than I did in my adult life ever.
Yeah, that's like me too.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I got into like full blown fights in like middle school and high school.
Yep.
But in real life, I got into like maybe 2 or 3 real actual fights.
There was I was still in high school, and I found a chain and wrapped it around my hand to beat this fucker up with. So.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, this guy deserved it. I mean, he was like going around kind of like fucking up chicks, and we got mad. We were over at a buddy's house, and we got in his truck. We took off. It was him, me, and this girl Amanda, and we went driving to somebody else's house to get another guy to help beat this guy up. And I'm like, this is just one guy, and they're like, you don't understand. He's a scrapper. So I find one of those like kind of El Cheapo chains on the ground, and I wrap it around my hand. I'm like, let's go. So I see him, and I'm the first. And I run right up to him, and I just clock him as hard as I can.
God, you're like Goodwill Hunting. Like, hey, remember me?
We went to kindergarten together.
I need Robin Williams.
It's not your fault.
Sorry, I'm still trying to picture you 4 feet shorter.
Dick.
I never knew you were quite the badass.
I'm not. I mean, you guys know me. I'm fun-loving and everything like that. I hate bullies, man. Bullies piss me off.
There you go, interwebs. If you ever want to get an ass whooping by Polly, just bully someone.
I'm short and I'm not intimidating. So like I go for weird spots. Like last, I guess, real life fight was at a bar called, you know this one, Robin's Nest, right, Josh? You remember that one?
Oh my, yeah.
This guy, I mean, he was big, brawny, fucking, I'm a preppy dude playing darts and shit, starts getting stupid, and he's messing with my brother's fiance, some other girl, all this other stuff. He's just being belligerent, whatever he was doing. It was pissing everybody off. So eventually I walked up to him, I'm like, hey, yo, look, man, stop being a douche. And now you have this little guy come up to say, and so he's gonna pick on me now. So you kick him in the shin and you punch him in the nuts.
All right, right on.
I gotta get inventive.
No, I'm not faulting you for kicking a dude in the nuts or punch him in the nuts or whatever you did with his nuts. But hey, a win's a win,
It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
Put that in the old W column. Nah, look, when it comes to fights, I mean, there's nothing that says, I have to stand upright and I will punch you with my fists. And we will take turns punching each other with our fists into the other person's face until one person gives up. Nothing that says that. No. Put your hands up. You want to put your hands up? I'll kick you in the nuts. Then put your hands up.
I'm not going to deliberately kick someone in the nuts. You don't want someone to just come up and sucker kick you in the nuts.
No, but for example, let's say Rich, you come up to me and you're eyeballing me, you're nose to nose, I'm going to make you piss blood for the next couple days, you're going to get a knee to the groin first off, more than likely.
I don't know. Can you lift your foot that high?
Oh, damn.
Oh, bummer. He's going to go tiger uppercut on you. Remember from Street Fighter, tiger uppercut?
Well, I ain't going to piss you off.
Nah, I'm with Paul on this one, though. Fights don't have rules. If you want to get in my face, and I get in your face, and it's obvious that we're going to fight, you might get kicked in the nuts.
That's the first place I'm going to go.
Well, no, it's easy for you guys. You both are like big, strong dudes. I swing my little, hobbit hand.
Mr. Frodo?
It's not going to hurt anybody.
On the couple times that I did get in fights when I was younger in junior high school, first place I went was for the throat.
I had him with the throat punch.
And twice I was able to hold the guy by his throat, and he couldn't even hit my face. His arms wouldn't reach that far.
Damn. Just choked his ass out?
Yeah.
And you get mad at me for hitting somebody in the nuts.
I was going to say, crushing someone's windpipe versus kick to the nuts.
First time I ever met Rich, I was scared of him. I mean, he had that face that,
Don't let me find you outside. You're going to end up in a milk carton.
There you go. And it was funny because, for the longest time, Rich thought I was mad at him because I was so, I guess, dodgy.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't think you liked me at first.
I remember on a float trip, you were saying that we were playing Frisbee, and you're like, I really didn't think you liked me, Paul.
This was probably after many beers.
I love you, fucker. I love you. It's kind of love again.
It's a brotherly love.
I love you, Paulie. Just don't kick me in the nuts.
That's probably how that conversation went.
Okay, Rich, when you were in grade school, were you able to bring, ninja stars or knives to school?
Of course not.
See, thank you.
Although I did bring a rifle to school one day.
For show and tell.
8th grade, we were putting on a play, and I thought we could use it as a prop, and they said, don't bring that back here anymore.
Okay, well, see, that was still acceptable. Today, no one would even consider bringing a real gun as a prop, ever.
You're getting mad at me about having a knife or a ninja star on me? He brings a fucking rifle to school?
No, he brought a rifle to school to use as a prop. You brought switchblade knives and ninja stars because you needed that to survive in apparently whatever damn school you guys were in because
carve our name in the desks and shit. Hell yeah, man. It's good times.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
So what other sports is there to do, just off topic, that we can do as adults that you can do indoors? You got paintball, right? Kickball? Dude, do they have kickball leagues?
Define sports.
Huh?
I said define sports, because you can say bowling, but some people don't say that's a sport.
Well, you guys did soccer for many years, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys going to do that ever again?
I don't know.
You have to run in soccer, right?
Yes, there's quite a bit of running.
Yeah, I'm out.
Well, they have softball. That's indoors, right? No, volleyball is indoors. That's right. No, is it?
Volleyball, yeah.
I play in an outdoor volleyball league.
Sand volleyball.
It's a good time, though. It's a lot of fun.
I do miss that from Millstock days.
I haven't played sand volleyball in 12 years. God.
I remember coming back into town on Sundays and going straight to the volleyball thing, and Big Country would be there, and Tice and you and Renee and all the girls. What was her name? Camilla, and Gina and all them, and we'd play volleyball. And I remember one time I came and my hands were so full of poison ivy, and I didn't tell anybody. I started playing volleyball so I get it all over the ball.
Do you remember the one game that we played where they actually made me stop serving because it was just no one was returning it? No
yes. Oh, yeah. I remember that day. Yep.
It was a 10-0 shutout.
Yep. Tice wasn't there that day, I think. Because Tice
was.
Well, Tice is the only one who could who could return your serve. Everybody else is all like,
Well, no, he was there that day. It was just I was on my game, and it was I was using that floating dropper. That it was just I kept I had a hole dug because I always kicked up a little sand like a rooster or something. And
it was funny because and I'm not knocking Tice at all. And if he was in slow motion, he'd get out of my way and elbowing people. trying to get to the ball.
I did send my brother to the hospital last year.
Oh, jeez.
Tell me more.
So, my oldest brother, he was filling in because we were short on guys, and the ball was coming over, and I went diving for it, and so did he, and my shoulder went into his jaw, and I don't know what that is right below the eye, but cracked it.
Ooh, the orbital?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was fine.
You were fine. Well, that's all that matters.
I broke a girl's foot with a spike, and I bloodied someone's nose with a spike.
I vaguely remember the spike. Was it you spiked it right under her foot and it broke it?
Yeah. She had her foot flat in the sand, and I spiked it, and it landed square on her foot and broke one of the bones in her foot.
What were you playing with, a rock?
Bro, I bring the heat. Well, I did. I don't anymore.
Yeah, no one plays anymore.
Dude,
I in Newtown.
If I got on a sand volleyball
By the Newtown?
now,
yeah.
If we weren't playing volleyball, we were getting drunk, making some bad decisions, having big parties.
Yeah.
Getting phone calls in the middle of the night saying, you better come over to the party and kick these people out of the fucking bathroom or fucking Paul.
Yeah, that was an actual phone call.
Who was with me? I think was that when I was with Casey? There was some girl in the car with me, and we were heading back to your place, and that's when I got the phone call en route.
I don't think you were with Casey just then.
Who was with me? Was it Valerie?
Probably Brandon or Valerie or somebody.
No, it was a girl. It definitely was a girl. I knew that.
Tiffany?
No, no.
No, not Tiffany. Tiffany. There was this girl that Paulie liked, and he wanted to bang her, but she didn't want to bang him. She wanted to bang someone at the party that she was going to bring. So she wanted to have sex at our party in one of our questionable bathrooms. And I'm like, are you serious? Okay, no, that's not going to happen. No. And sure enough, girl and her sketchy looking boyfriend went into our questionable looking bathroom. And there was a flight of stairs on the back wall, and I could hear them. I was like, okay. Called Paul. I'm like, you need to come get this girl out now.
Questionable bathroom. Sounds like the whole party was questionable.
If this gonna be that kind of party, I'm gonna stick my dick in the mashed potato.
Oh yeah, we throw parties.
Clean our bathrooms that well, you know.
Yeah, that too. But we'd have parties over there where a couple days would pass by, and then we'd still find people somewhere, like in the middle area in between both sides.
What are you doing? Go.
Hi, my name is Richard. I sometimes hurt small animals, true or false.
We could talk about the one time, Rich, when I accidentally invited the wrong person over to your house.
Yeah, don't make that mistake again.
I think I might really end up at a ditch somewhere beaten.
Oh.
So there was this guy named Lopez. He's an okay guy, but we didn't know how bad he got when he was drunk. So Rich is all like, hey, you want you guys to swing him over by the house? So we're like, yeah. So me and Leroy and everybody swing over, and Lopez shows up. And this is late in the night. We're trying to play Cards Against Humanity. You know, music's down low. Everybody else in the house is asleep. Well, he starts getting louder and louder. And then he does the worst thing. You know, we're like, dude, be kind of quiet. You know, this isn't your house. And he goes, I don't give a fuck. Oh, God. I look at Rich. It looked like Rich was just going to, like, take his fist and rip off his face with it.
Yeah, that has happened.
So then after that, one of his kids comes down. We woke him up. Why are we not kicking this fucker out? I do apologize for that and never happen again. That's exactly what we said that night, too.
Jeez.
His silence is starting to scare me.
You pretty much explained it. I don't have to say anything. But I think we were playing Cards Against Humanity. I think we were playing poker.
Okay.
You just remember, I don't give a fuck.
I remember that, and he brought his own Jameson bottle with him. But, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Sorry.
Whatever, it's in the past.
That's the World of Warcraft. That's the way. Yeah.
So, World of Warcraft?
I'm afraid I won't have much input on this. I never played the game.
Wow,
hopefully a couple of people. Yeah, he's going to be calling me via kids' baseball game.
Nice. It's like, no, I like being a healer. Run to second base!
So I started playing when me and Casey broke up. Randy just appears at my doorstep, and he goes, hey, man, there's this game I'd love you to play. It'll get your mind off things. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know what happened to me? That's just Randy. Randy's weird like that. We started playing World of Warcraft. I played a little gnome mage.
For Gnomragon!
I had to get my own game. I remember we're in Walmart, and I was with Randy, and we just got it from the electronic section, and we're in the line to pay for it.
What's in your wallet?
and this kind of attractive girl in front of us goes, what server are you on? And then from there, that's when I kind of really got into the realization of how big this game is. And so we're bullshitting back and forth with them, and then I get on the game, and I loved the really first username and login.
I had vanilla.
Because it had that little mystique of like Lord of the Rings mixed with this new World of Warcraft mixed with you don't know what's beyond that little login screen. And then you'd log in. And the problem was that these were still during my Gypsy days, so I got a rent-a-center computer, and it was horrible. And so it would load forever to get online. Then when you get online, I couldn't get into any major city. So like Ironforge, and just going up the hill to get to the Ironforge entrance, you'd start lagging so bad. So that's how I first got started. How'd you get started?
I started whenever I came to Texas, and you and I were, still talking, back and forth. And you said, you should try World of Warcraft, everybody's playing it.
Peer pressure.
And so I was like, okay. I bought the original World of Warcraft. Didn't know how to do anything.
Noobs.
Didn't know how to move. Didn't know. Tice was like whispering me. I didn't know how to whisper back. I made my first character, which was Shinato. He was a paladin. Then I made Yulon, my mage, and then everything kind of took off from there. He was my main for forever. I still have him. His name's changed 3 different times, but
Yulon?
I still...
Yeah.
Yeah,
now
he was
Fred,
Yulon.
right?
Then he was something else, and now he's Fred.
Fred, come on now, Fred.
And that's because of the farmer outfit. But I did everything on Fred. Once I took Fred as far as I could, I started building other characters, and now I've got a whole crap ton of characters and don't even want to play anymore.
Kind of played for a little while, started getting dialed in. That's when Vincent and Patrick and everybody would start coming over to the apartment. And so we just had these great big LAN parties. I would set up the speakers for surround sound, and me and Randy were watching the intro, and I'm like, I want to be that guy who's like throwing fucking frost down, something's crawling up a wall at him, and he's like the mage. So I made a human mage. His name was Yami. So it's funny how my name was Yami and your name was Shinato. It's like that whole crossover from Yu-Gi-Oh! Into World of Warcraft.
Yep.
And this is how I think of WoW. There's these great moments that make the memory. And the first one was in Elwyn Forest when I took my first Griffin ride. And back in the day, this is vanilla. To get to one place to another, it was mostly walking until you were about 40. And then you could ride, but you'd ride really slow. This world was so new to me. Video games to me were Pong to Twisted Metal, where you knew where the borders were in a locked box, pretty much. And now you have this whole world open to you. And that's what the greatest thing was about that game. It just really juiced me up. But what was one of your first big memories that you really cement to?
Mine was in Burning Crusade whenever we got introduced to flying. I remembered how long I had to grind money to get flying, because flying then cost it's like 1,000 gold. It's nothing now. But I remember people were saving for 6 months just so they could buy their Griffin.
Time is money, friend.
And then you flew at 60% speed, which your ground mount, your horse or whatever you had, went at 100. So you actually flew slower than you could just get on the ground and go.
Yeah, but that was safety. You could be in an area, fuck a bunch of stuff up, get in a Griff, fly up in the air, no matter if you're slow or not. That was safety. Avoid that big ass fucking
yeah, the Fell Reaver. I really liked the game. I like the storyline behind it. I like the things that you had to do. Just the everything, the look of it. You felt like you were really there. And I took it personally. Whenever I died, because I'm I should be better than this. And I really did. I took it to a whole different level. I didn't like to die. ZG was the one you had to get a 40-man for.
Yeah,
I remember that.
When you got done with ZG, you'd get these coins and bijous and tokens. And
I got a bunch of them too.
Oh, okay. And you take them to this faraway island you had to swim out to. And you'd have to worry about shark attacks and the horde because it's PvP, everything. And you'd swim out to this little itty-bitty island where all the trolls were, and you'd turn your tokens and bijous in. And I turned mine in enough to where I got a Hatari. And that was like, if I turned that in for something else, I didn't know what I was doing, but that was yet another turn in to get a piece of gear. But by the time I could realize what's going on, the expansion was happening. Because I remember Stratholme was another big kind of raidish thing, even though it was a 5-man group. So was Skullomance. You remember that?
Yeah, Skullomance was actually a raid.
I mean, all those places had these secret things and all these great little nooks and crannies that you looked into, and they had something to connect you even more to the game. And then Burning Crusade comes out.
Imprisoned for 10,000 years. Banished from my own homeland. You are not prepared.
And that changes the game. Everything I used to know just got kind of rocked world.
Yeah, see, I came in at the end of vanilla. So Burning Crusade was really the first expansion that I got really, really involved in.
I was really glad for it because I was stuck in Syphilis and I hated it over there. Hi, Flounder.
Welcome. Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
All right, man. It's good to hear your voice.
Yes, it's good for Paul to hear your voice, Flounder.
It's good to know that I'm not made up.
Flounder, is there anything we want to talk about or anything from the last episode?
I'm trying to think. It was the pirate episode, right?
Yeah.
Actually, that was pretty entertaining, to be honest with you. The show is always entertaining, of course, but there's always something good trivia that you come up with. I don't know where you pull these facts from, but, there's always something that you learned that I never knew before, which is kind of cool.
Well, thank you.
He makes them up. He doesn't actually look anything up.
Yeah, I sit there in my shack and just, what am I going to talk about today?
He's like the most prolific pirate was... I'm just going to go with Blackbeard. That's fine. Blackbeard, who only...
I get all my sources from all over the internet. I don't really post or say anything or where my references are because I just say internet because it comes from like Wikipedia to YouTube to a bunch of other bloggers, and I just kind of look through all those and then start, I guess, threading the needle to what I really want to talk about and organize it from there. But thanks, man.
Always entertaining. I do enjoy it.
May the 4th be with you, Mr. Flounder.
And also with you. Thank you.
The best Catholic response ever. May the 4th be with you, and also with you.
Lift up your heart.
Ding 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 ding.
I didn't know you were Catholic.
I'm not. I just made that shit up.
Oh, Josh, I didn't know you were Catholic.
Josh went to pee.
Only when I was a kid and I got the crap beat out of me, and I thought, you know what? I'd rather be a smartass and make fun of people than get in a fight because I'm not very good at this.
Fighting costs a lot of money now.
That's for sure. Way too much. Can't afford to go to jail.
The medical cost is going to suck because as I get older, man, my hand cannot take a punch.
I'm too pretty to fight.
Dude, it's like I think about getting hit in the face and I just cringe because I'm like, God, it's going to like break teeth and like my nose. It's like $5,000. No. I'm not getting into a fight.
We're allied with the Tauren? Fantastic. We'll be having steak twice a week.
Yeah, I'm not a big World of Warcraft fan. I was too busy chasing chicks.
Oh.
I was too busy having a social life. Yeah.
It's funny when I'd meet Pussycat and whoever else, and they'll see a picture of me and they're like, wow, you look nothing like a guy who'd play a game, because I had my long-ass goatee and my bald, my earrings and everything. And I'd be like, yeah, I used to throw people in dumpsters that played these kind of games. Now I'm playing it.
Yeah, people used to ask me, like, what do you look like? I'm like, I'm 6'6", about 300 pounds, bald. Like, you're lying. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Good times. Me and Josh, we're not big gamers. We just happen to get into this one game. Like, before that, we played a card game, and then this, and that's it. And actually, we haven't played in how long?
Oh, God, I haven't played in 6 months almost.
We're weaning ourselves off the addiction.
I think what was cool about that was like early stage of like group internet games, wasn't it? I mean, where you could interact with other people, and it was kind of like one of the beginning games like that, wasn't it?
It was on the forefront, though. I mean, it was right there.
When it came into like a big flourishing, WoW kind of hit at the right time with the right technology, and the social aspect of it is obviously just insane. But
good times, great oldies.
Well, that's it for this show. Thank you so much, Rich and Flounder, for coming on. We have more WoW stories to tell, so stay tuned for part 2.
Please flip the cassette over to side B to continue the adventure.
If you like what you heard, find us on Facebook, the Miscellaneous Podcast.
Please give positive reviews on iTunes to boost the Miscellaneous Podcast show.
Was he at the bar?
Yeah, he's at the bar getting a beer.
And Paulie was singing.
It's about 175 yards. Cinderella story.
Yeah, Cinderella story.
Dude, I'm going with you wherever you go. You keep finding money.
You know what's funny?
Yeah, but it's always $5. I mean, it's never anything good.
Goodbye.